Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 32nd season of the Pokemon Cup series. Today, we're going to kick it off with the Daytona 500 from Daytona International Speedway. The Pokemon Cup series this season has a new look with a brand new mod and a lot better graphics and a lot better looking cars, I should say. And more importantly, it's going to get a lot more competitive than it was in seasons past. So this might be the most competitive season we ever had in the Pokemon Cup series, and it's gonna get even and this is gonna be very competitive from the beginning to the very end. So you'll want to watch every race this season to find out what happens, and what happens to your favorite driver, if they win or not, if they get in the playoffs. Like the previous seasons, we will have 16 cars max in the playoffs. And first, we'll start off with the Daytona 500 to see which driver will be the first to say they won in Season 32. On the pole today is the number 2 of Johnny Gardner. Gardner is coming out of is going to be running in one more season of the Cup Series. The two-time champion will be running one more season in the number 2 car. He said that the previous season was going to be his last season, but he decided to come back for one more try in that number 2 car, and he's on the pole today. So we'll see if the two-time champion might become a three-time champion. On the outside is the defending Pokemon Cup Series champion, Philip Goldberg, in the number 20. How fitting that these two stars of the series are in the front row. And we'll see if Goldberg can go back-to-back in championships. And then we have row 2, we have Zachary Fitzwater in the number 4, and Chase Marks in the number 3, making his PCS debut. Well, he made his PCS debut last season, but he's now in a full-time ride because he was the Pokemon X Series champion in Season 1. He's even with the same team and number that he was with when he won the title in that series. Steve Morgan and Diego Yepes are in row 3. And Morgan, by the way, was your All-Star Race winner from last season. And he made it to the Final Four, by the way. He made it to the Championship 4. We'll see if he can win a title this time. And Yepes was a rookie last season, but this season he's moving on up to the Hedrick cars. And then we got Christian Vargas and Marcus Sachi in row 4. Vargas, a rookie in the 95 with a brand new look for the Levine 95 car. And Marcus Sachi moving on up from the X Series to the Cup Series. He's replacing pretty much Jay Jefferson from the team. But he's moving on to the 12 for the Penske, for the new Penske, and the new look for the Penske car. And in row 5, we got Jonathan Fast, who won the Daytona 500 last season and actually made the championship for that season as well. We'll see if he can go back-to-back in the Daytona 500. And there is the driver starting 9th. There's Matthew Mdev in a new look for the 19 and a new ride. Then let's go through the rest of the field here for this season. Igor Beretta will be in the 15 this season in the made Chevy car for premium. In the 47, we'll have Cullen Francis back in the series with JTG Daughtry. He was in the Truck Series last time we saw him, but now he's back in the Cup. Then we got Justin Roberts. I know I spelled it with a T. It's supposed to be with a D in the place of a T. I do apologize for that, but it is Justin Roberts in the number 18 as he's coming out of semi-retirement to ride the 18 here this season. And then there's Alex Hawkins in the 22 moving up to Penske, and by the way, they got Discount Tire to sponsor their car. After sponsoring the X Series 22 in that season, they move that car and maybe even same scheme on up to the Cup. Then we got Grayson Acevedo in a new look for the 48, Lowe's for Pros, and Kyle Manoli in the 34, one of the final 4 drivers from the X Series in Season 1. Manoli will finally get a full-time ride in the series. Number 33 is Michael Canto, one of the rookies in Season 32. And the 24, another rookie as well in that car, it's Cody Lupton. And by the way, a new look for the Exalta 24 Chevy. Jonathan Wong, yet another rookie, is going to be in this field in the number 6 car. And Marcos Yepes will be in the number 5. Just so you know, Diego and Marcos might be brothers. I forgot if they were brothers or not, but they signed on with different YouTube usernames, and it might have been different runners running those YouTuber usernames, so I let that slide. But Marcos Yepes in the 5 this season. Alexander Rowe moves to the Stewart-Haas 41 for Monster Energy. He's even got all Monster Energy decked out for that Ford. And Anthony Lopez in the 78, returning from his for the same ride from last season. Joshua Saculli returns to RCR in the 31, and that car looks lit, and I mean really lit. So we'll see if Saculli can get a win with that car. John Gilbert is in the 96. He returns to the Cup Series after being in the Championship 4 in the X Series in Season 1. That 96 will have only one. John Gilbert will be the only one driving that car full time. And Cody Smart is in the 32, running Keen Parts, a retro-looking scheme, but it makes its way into the Cup Series full time. And Robert Smith in the brand new look for the number 10. A new ride for Robert Smith. He was in the 3 last season, now moves to Stewart-Haas in the 10 with a brand new look for that car with Smithfield as its sponsor. And James Richardson back in the 11 car, back with Joe Gibbs after being with Front Row, I should say. Front Row. He was with Front Row last season. Moves back to the 11 for Joe Gibbs. Pichu's back in a full-time ride in the number 9 after taking a part-time role last season to run in 2 other series, but he's now running full-time again in the Cup Series. Welcome back, Pichu. And now he has the number 9 this season. Number 72 will have rookie Andrew Miller in the wheel, and Ying Canario is back in the 21 for the Wood Brothers. He was a Championship 4 contender last season. Roger Ray moves over to the 42. He was in the Trucks and the X Series last time. Now he gets a full-time ride in the Cup in the 42 with a new sponsor in its front from Credit One Bank. John Andrews in a brand new Cody Ware Racing team running the 51 this season. Andrews moving on to the new car. O'Neal Balvin moves to the 23, but Balvin running the 23 with Joe Gibbs. That's their 5th ride this season. The other 2 teams, Stewart-Haas and Hedrick, are also expanding to 5 cars, which makes them big, making them the biggest Chevy, Ford, and Toyota teams in the series. Balvin running for Joe Gibbs in that 23. That meant the 83 is the only one from BK for this season for now. And the 43 is Derek Hamill. Hamill, by the way, moving to Richard Petty, and they're moving to Chevys for this season. Eli Bright will be in the 13 this season for Germain, getting a brand new look after using the same one for many seasons. They're finally changing their look for this season. And Aiden Milliken will be in the 00, the 5th car for Stewart-Haas. And then the 38 has Carter Friesen, another Final Four competitor, another X Series driver, I should say, from the first season, now moves on to the Cup for Front Row. Rich Roy in the 14, returning from his ride last season and the same team he had before, now with a new sponsor. Nathan Stapleton, the rookie, in the 37 this season. And finally, we of course have Patrick Smith in the number 1 for Gear Wrench. And that's the season 32 PCS field. And now that we got that out of the way, it's time to finally start racing. I know you guys have been waiting for me to get right onto the race, but I just wanted to introduce to every driver in this field in season 32. So the cars roll off. It'll be a 20-lap race in the Daytona 500 to kick off season 32. A lot of excitement ahead of us here this season. A new look. A brand new cars, brand new mod. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So here we go. Johnny Gardner gonna lead us to the green flag, the first one of the new season. Here we go. The green flag is out. The Daytona 500 is underway. My apologies there. Just trying to lower the volume a little bit because these cars can get a little loud. Because I want you guys to hear my voice, obviously. And the first lap of the season, the first lap lead will be going to Johnny Gardner. There's Yepes in second, and Gardner has pulled a little bit ahead. Ooh, wow! One car a little bit on the apron there. Better be careful not to go below the yellow line, because of course this is a super speedway, and you're not supposed to make a pass below that yellow line. So the rule will apply in this series as well. Here comes Goldberg for the lead, and he zooms by, and he takes the lead from Gardner, and he's losing drafting. He's losing some drafting. He's losing drafting, and he's dropping a third on the high line. And look at this. How did the top two pull away from everybody else? And this track is weird, but let's hope it doesn't get like too crowded. And look at Steve Morgan go in third place. What a run by the 83. There's Christian Vargas. What a move he's made in the 5th spot. Making the most of his debut here in the Cup Series. And he is running in, I believe, now 6th, I believe. Now all of them are trying to draft just to catch up to the top 3. Look how far they pulled away. And here comes Chase Marks. Gonna take the lead away. And he got it from Goldberg. And now Goldberg wants it back. These two battling for the lead. Oh, wow. How do these guys get separate so quick? I swear, I didn't even make them powerful. It just happened. So bizarre. MDev now moves up to the 4th position, and wow, these guys are pulling ahead of everybody. I don't know how that happened. Little 3-wide battle in the back. Oh boy, you better not make a big one here, folks. There's going to be pit stops. It's going to really get the field all caught up. Now MDev is trying to survive on his own, and look at this. They're going like 209, 208. Guys are going like a mile per hour faster than the others. I don't know what's going on. I try to set the ratings up like even. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just something that happened. I have no clue. And now we go 3 wide in the middle. Francis gets by and he gets the position away. He's in the top 10 now. Look at that, the top 2 pulled away by 3 seconds. I think they're going to get faster. That is so weird. This is for, I think, 5th place, and Sachi gets the 5th position away. So Sachi's up to 5th. And in the meantime, the field is somewhat separate. This honestly has never happened to me before in any Daytona race. I swear, I don't know how they pulled away a little quicker. I really don't. It might have been something with that draft. I don't know, but this is where most of the battles come in. And now Barreto pulls ahead. Oh, they're going down low a little bit on the below the yellow line. They better be careful there. Noli's down low, and he's gonna get into the top 12 now. And now Acevedo goes down, and he's gonna try to battle with Igor Barreto. Vargas there as well. These two continue to battle. Goldberg leads again. They pulled away ahead of like the 83 even faster because probably the 83 doesn't have any drafting partner. Really bizarre. Oh, the 19's in the wall, and now they pull away from these pack. This is insane. This is weird. This is so weird that they're pulling away easily at Daytona. I've never had this happen before. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Might have been some kind of incident. These guys were separated by it. I just don't know what's going on. Now they're battling 3 wides. We'll see if they can hang on. They might go 4 wide. Oh, wow. Look at the 19 trying to squeeze his way in to make it a 4-wide battle. Can he do it? Smith in the wall might give him some room. And that is so bizarre. 19 is down. Wow, they were almost going 4 wide for a second. That was a weird instance there. That was a little scary there. Now these guys are all battling for the position right now. Going 3 wide right now, really tight. Here comes the 18 of Justin Robert trying to go down low. See if he can find a lane. And he does. He goes down low, and he might gain a couple spots. That low line is where you want to be. Loud. 3 wide again. This is getting real close. Oh, man. Wow. I thought for a second Rowe was going to spin someone out. There's a caution. It's going to change everything, and the field's going to be bunched together again. And now it continues. Whoa, Rose trying to block the 31 down low. There's Hawkins, there's Pichu, all in the middle of the pack. Now it continues as we continue to see the wonders of pack racing here at Daytona. Look at that, they're going up to lap 13. Wow. These two are all battling neck and neck right now for the Daytona 500. It might be one of those two gonna win here today. If there's a caution though, it's gonna change everything, and it's gonna really bring the field together, and it will truly see who will win the Daytona 500. But I'm sure these two do not want a caution. And they continue to battle 3 wide as Michael Cano makes his way to the front, up in the lead of the pack. Just 7 to go in Daytona. Let's see who's going to make it. I don't know if there's going to be pit stops today, but if there is, it's going to really change up the field. Well, this Daytona 500 hasn't gone as well as I would hope, but, well, it's just the first race of the season, and it's going to get better I'm sure it's going to get a lot better in the next races. And now Richardson goes down, and he's going to try to get a position from the 34. A little bit of 3 wide battle here with Sachi, and he gets that position back. Now they're approaching lap cars, and now this is going to be trouble for them. Ooh, lap cars. This is interesting now. So now this race has become interesting with the lap traffic ahead of them. Wow, I never knew they would arrive to lap traffic that quickly. Oh, Goldberg's held up by Canario. Goldberg and Mark's gonna both battle with these lap cars in front of them. They might even lap the entire field. 5 laps to go. This might be the chance for the two to catch up. And he's down to just 3 seconds behind them. Now the 3 is going to take the lead as the 20's held up by the 72. And now this race has turned into an interesting battle. First, it looked like it was going to be a complete bore fest, with the 2 pulling away for whatever reason. I swear these guys are on equal ratings, but there must have been something that happened that might have pulled the 2 away. Goldberg low, and he's going to try to draft the 10. A risky move on his part. And now the 10 is blocking the 3. Goldberg clears the 3 with 4 to go. Man, this Daytona 500 has gone by quickly with no cautions, but if they keep this racing up, we might see a yellow and we could go to overtime. And this is going to really decide who wins this race. Look at that, 39 seconds between 9th and 10th. They might have lapped to top 8. Marks leads. And he's pulling away, he's lapping the bottom 2 cars. Contact with Scully, his own teammate. Oh my goodness. It's like they're on another level. Even though they're going at the exact same speed the other cars are going, it's like they're on another level. 3 laps to go at Daytona. Chase Marks, it would be amazing for him to win Daytona 500. Well, look at that. The 88 is caught up. Everybody's caught up with the pack. Oh, wow. Now second place might be in jeopardy because the 88 is pulling ahead. And now the top 5 are pulling ahead. Marks is still passing lap cars at an alarming rate. There goes 12th. And 11th is Fitzwater. If he can get by him, might have lapped almost the entire field. Oh no, they're slowing down. There might be pit stops with 2 to go. Oh, they're getting debris. 88's really slow. Major damage. This is going to be a game changer possibly. And if there's a caution, it's going to ruin Marks' win possibly. Oh my gosh, Chase Marks does not want a yellow flag. Goldberg's still second, but he might not have it for long. The other competitors are catching up to the 20. And now the 19's in 3rd place after all this mess. We saw smoke. Someone did make contact. There's the white flag coming out with 1 lap to go for Chase Marks. He's cleared everybody. Oh my goodness. He has lapped cars in alarming red. I've never seen such a dominating performance in Daytona. I just don't know what's going on. I really don't. I might have to check the ratings after this, but I'm sure a race like this would never happen again. Oh well. Chase Marks, impressive showing at Daytona 500. It's incredible, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna win in dominating fashion at Daytona in his debut race. He moves from the X Series to the Cup Series, and what a way to do it! Chase Marks wins the Daytona 500. Wow, what a race! I mean, this was an out of the blue race. I never expected this kind of race to happen at Daytona. I don't know if I'm gonna ever do that again. But I didn't even know about the ratings, to be honest with you. I just never knew this would happen in such a quick fashion. But I'm sure the other races are not going to be like this. I promise. Wow. But Chase Marks has done it. He's the first winner of the season 32. And he does it in just dominating fashion in the Daytona 500. He lapped everybody except the top 10. Incredible in Daytona. That's just ridiculous. But it had happened here in Daytona, and wow, I'm just lost for words. I'm really lost for words here. But anyway, well, it's a little too early, but we're going to show you the points. Well, wow. Okay. So give me 1 sec as I'm going to show you guys the point standings. There we go. Let's calculate the standings and results. So there we go. The points are the first points of the season. And this is the start. Chase Marks, the first driver to win, and he is in the top now. And here's the rest of the field. If you can pause the video to find where you finished. But these ratings, wow. I mean, it's just so weird. It is just really, really bizarre to have kind of a race like that. But we'll see. We'll change it up in the next race. I'm sure a race like this would never happen again. But wow. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the race for what it's worth. And we'll see you guys next time in our next race in Homestead. So hope you'll join us then. We'll see you at Homestead.